Hey traders, JW here. Hope you've been successful with whether you've been trying to scalp the market in the last 24 hours or whether you're a day trader or not. Just continue to use what works, and if it doesn't work, just change it. Before we get started, you need to read the risk disclaimer because this video is for educational purposes only. Trading with margin is extremely risky, and you need to take responsibility for your own decision making in your trading. My encouragement to you would be simply don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. And that's the mantra here at Winning Ways or Trading Zone. We don't trade with money we can't afford to lose. We don't chase the market. We protect our capital, find a strategy that works for you. And there are many good strategies out there, but for strategies to be successful, you have to work at them, practice, and find one that suits your trading psyche. And then when you've found one that's reasonably good, you need to find 2 or 3 because the market conditions change. And when the market's conditions change, you've got to be flexible enough to go with the flow. And any good strategy, if you want to get the best out of it, you need to learn to trade support and resistance. So with that being said, let's get into it. First thing I want to take a look at is the Aussie USD. We're still holding that. Now there's a little bit of weakness in the Aussie today. If we come back and have a look at the strength indicator that I use, you can see that the Aussie is falling a little bit and the US is still looking like it's starting to pick up again, and there's a decent gap between strength and weakness here at the moment on the Aussie USD. But if you have a look at the Aussie USD, you'll see that there was this inefficient move yesterday or the day before, and when you get a big move like this, it's what we call an inefficient move. It sucks, it's a vacuum, and there's more sellers in this instance of the Aussie dollar than there is buyers of the US, and you get this huge vacuum in the market. Now often with these things, you will find that from the initial breakout, which was up in here, that the market will find its way back to a mean average of this gap. Doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. So we put away my first number 1 strategy yesterday, and we took some trades. One of them was the Aussie USD. We are still holding it. We had the stop loss a little lower than this yesterday when we started. Now I have brought it up below the hourly candle here, and I'm looking for this to come up and take about half this move out and then settle down again and decide which way it's going to go. So we still have that trade open. We did lose the New Zealand USD. Just came and took me out. That's where we had the stop loss, and later on in the day yesterday we came back and dipped a little lower before it started to move on up. So I'm just leaving that alone. If we have a look at the daily chart, it's possible that it could just go sideways in here for quite some time. And that's all I've got to say about that. Now, I have been watching gold and silver, and you can see that I am in a gold trade here. We're looking at the daily time frame. It fits my criteria. This is actually my bread and butter trading strategy. I call it daily candle change. And I said to you yesterday that I'm looking for a break and of below 1700, and we actually started here. Here was the 8 min price. We went back in. We didn't know whether it was going to stay above 1700 or come back. It closed again above it, and I have been out this morning, just come back in. just before Tokyo Open, and checking the charts, I decided to take a market order. It meets all my criteria. I'm also watching silver. We had a nice move on silver a couple of days ago, and I said to you that this could go sideways for a while, and it could do. If silver is going to go higher, it has to break the $20 mark. However, because we are in a downtrend, I would not be surprised to see this come down, break 1900 again, and come on down and even get as low as 1800 and retest this bottom. I don't have a crystal ball, so I'm just going to trade price action. And so I'll just watch. I've got alarms ready in here to tell me if it starts to move up or move down. And that is all I've got to say about that. We have not got what I call any reversal patterns going on. In time, this could be the left shoulder, and this could come on through here and make a right shoulder, and that could be the head. But there are a number of days before we get a handle on where this thing is going. The pound USD was the other trade we had, and as you see, we did hit our target, came to within a few pips of being stopped out, and now we're just going to wait and see what it does for the rest of the day, and not expecting any plays on this until the London Open. If we have a look at the daily time frame, we'll see that we're in a massive downtrend, and there's nothing to suggest to me that this has changed or will be changing anytime soon. The reason why we took this trade yesterday was simply because of the inefficient move that the fundamental CPI data of the States came out, caused this big drop. And look what we've done. We've just about closed half of this distance from here to here. Probably not quite. I would say that that might be half. Let's just check the pippage. So from here to there, it's 100 pips. It's 152, so halfway would be down into here somewhere. Now, we didn't quite get to half. I'm expecting this to go sideways, but we did get to the target, which was that pivot. And so the money's in the bank, and we continue to go on and rescue this $11 account that is now sitting at somewhere around 120, but we'll have a look at the total at the end of the week. So we've already done another $100 for the week out of here. So I don't care whether we don't get any more trades for the rest of the week. I'm all good with that. We don't chase the market. So there you have it. And I just hope and wish you well for the next 24 hours of trading. Keep your eyes sharp. Work on your strategy. Whatever's not working, have the courage to change it. Don't copy trades. You have to die for your own convictions. You can be successful to a degree with copying trades, but it doesn't always work because each trader has a different psyche, a different risk tolerance, and you need to do the hard yards in order to be a successful trader. So I may or may not do a video coming into London. I said that it was possible I would do one last night, but there was no action. So there wasn't any point in doing it and wasting your time. So we'll see what the London brings tonight. Talk to you soon. Cheers.